Okay. So today we will start with the TestNg. So what is basically the TestNg? So by using an TestNg, we can maintain our framework as per our requirement. Just like many of the time, client says that we have to execute only 50 test cases. So a particular 50 test cases out of 100 test cases or 1000 test cases. Okay. So how we are going to manage that? So it is possible by TestNg framework. And one more thing is we can execute a particular test case also. We can make a group of a test case also. And what we have seen now is we can just add only one main method inside the Java code, right? So suppose I'm just opening the earlier code. So we are just opening the collection code only. Yes. So you can see here we are adding only one main method, okay, inside the Java class, and we can execute that test case. If you are not providing this main method, this test case will not execute. Okay. So suppose I'm just removing this main name. Okay, and just adding here is a public void. Okay, so now also I'm just removing this. Okay, so this is the one method which we added inside this, but we are not using the main method, so we will not get any uh, run as a Java application option for the execution of the code. Okay, we need a main method compulsory while executing the Java code, as we have seen earlier. And we can add only one main method inside the Java class. Okay, we can override the main method, but the only one method will execute. Okay, which will have the string and the argument. Okay, so this is important while execution of the Java code. But by using the TestNg, we can execute multiple methods. Okay, multiple methods in a single class. Okay, so this is the class ArrayList test is a class, and inside this we added one main method, so it is only one. But by using the TestNg, we can execute multiple methods. Okay, by using at the rate test annotation. So it is basically simple to use. Okay, and it is also easy to understand. The test engine is so easy basically, but the concepts are a lot more important, okay, during creating a framework. Okay, so the first step, we will go with the installation of the test engine. So how we are going to install? So simply just go to the help. Okay, and we have to go to the Eclipse marketplace. Okay, so yes, just wait. That means there is no inbuilt we can say plugin inside the Eclipse, but we have to add that plugin. Okay, TestNg plugin. So yes, so now we can search here. It is a TestNg. Okay, searching it, and we have to install it. Currently I have installed, therefore option I'm getting it is installed. If it is not installed in your machine, so it will show option as install, and we have to click on the install. It will get installed. Okay, it will ask for the permission, so we have to just accept the agreement, and we have to click on the finish. Okay, so likewise it will get installed. TestNg will get installed. TestNg for the Eclipse we have to install. Okay, so once this is done, okay, so I will just add one class, or we'll create one new project for the TestNg. Okay, so I'm just simply naming it as a TestNg tutorial. Okay, so it is a TestNg tutorial. Finish, don't create. Yes, so we created the TestNg tutorial. Okay, so inside this I am creating one package. So suppose the package name is com dot uh, TestNg is the package name. Okay, so I'm just finishing it. So this is the package I have created. And inside this we will create different classes. So currently I will create only one class. Okay, so suppose the name of the class is suppose it is a day one. Okay, so this is the class I have created. Now we are not taking the main method. Okay, so without main method we have to execute. So we are just finishing it. Yes, so here we
No,
create. Hello.
yes, sir. Actually, due here something pop-up appeared over here. Do you trust an unsigned content of unknown origin? So should I select all?
Can you please share your screen?
Actually, I have no option. I have to do it anyways, but still, just confirming this. This is the pop-up while installing this TestNg.
Hello.
You will see my
Yes. So what we have did, we have just installed the TestNg by the Eclipse Marketplace, and after that, we have created one new project. We can say it is a TestNg tutorial. Okay. Inside this, we created one package. It is com.testng, and inside the package, we created one class. It is day one. Okay, and this is the class. We have not written any method. So now what we'll do, we will write one method. Okay. So it is public void, and suppose it is a module one underscore test. Okay, so this is the method which we have written now. Okay, so and we will print one method inside this. So suppose it is, we'll write the class name. It is a day one and module one. Okay, day one module one. This is the method which we have written. Okay, and we'll try to execute it. So run as, so we are not getting any option to run because there is no any main method for the execution. Okay, so by using a test sg, how we are doing it, so we are just adding the one annotation which is at the rate test. Okay, so it is at the rate test is a annotation which is inbuilt in the test engine. So initially when we are starting the execution, so firstly we have to add the libraries. Okay, library of the test ng. So once we move the cursor on this test at the test, we'll get the option as add test ng library. So we will just add it. Yes, so now you can see here the test ng, all the libraries are getting added here. Okay, so now again there is a, red mark, so we have to import the test. Okay, so at the red test should be imported from the test ng annotation, so I'm just importing it. Yes, now this red mark goes. Okay, so now we have to execute it. So just run as test ng suite. Now we can see here we are not getting the option as run as Java application. Okay, now we are getting the option as run as test ng test. Okay, so there is only one test, so therefore the one test ng test, so we are executing it. And yes, so we got the output here. It is day one module one is the output. And here also in terms of pass and fail we can get. So our test case, that means the module one test is get passed, and then this is the name of the module or a test. Okay, so it basically gives us the test name and the exact output of that test. Okay, so this is the main advantage of that. That means in a proper format we are getting the output. Okay, and here the total test case we run, it is one, then failure is zero, skip is zero. That means all are passed because test case is passed. Okay, so likewise we can add the multiple test cases inside this. Suppose I am adding another test. Okay, so it is a public void, you can say it is a module 2 underscore test. Okay, so this is the test method we are considering. Okay, so the same name we have considered, so we are just changing this. So it is a module 2 we are considering now, and we are just printing the same message with the class name and the module. Okay, so day one is the class. Okay, day one is the class, and this is another module, so module 2. Okay, and now we will execute it. So in this case we can execute only one test. Okay, because we are using the at the rate test annotation for only one method. Okay, which is module one test, but we have not written the test method for or at the rate test annotation for this method. So we'll try to execute it. So run as test and test. Yes, so only one test case get passed and only one test get run. Okay, means this test case is not executed basically. Okay, so why? Because we are not we have not used the at the rate test annotation, so we have to use it at the rate test. Now suppose we are executing it, so it is run as TestNg test. Yes, now we can see here the total test cases executed are 2, passes are 2, and failure 0, skips 0. Okay, so here the output of the first test case is day 1 module 1, and the second one is day 1 module 2, and both the test cases are passed. Okay, so likewise we can execute multiple methods inside the single class by using a TestNg. So suppose I'm adding one more. Okay, to see. Okay, we are just changing the name of the method t, and the output also we are changing it is 3. Okay, now we are executing it. So run as TestNg test. Okay, so now we executed the 3 test cases. Okay, and it passes 3 failures. Hello.
Just a second, just a second.
Okay, yes, so we executed the 3 test cases: day 1 module 1, day 1 module 2, day 1 module 3. Okay, so we got the output and 3 test cases are passed. Okay, likewise we are getting the output. Okay, so this is the main advantage of the test. So likewise, suppose we are adding the different classes inside this. Okay, so I'm just adding the another class. So suppose class is day 2. Okay? Day 2 is the class I'm considering the new class, and the same methods I'm just copying it from here, the day 2. And we are just naming it as it is day 2, day 2. My screen is visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So now here we have executed the all the test cases which we have written inside the day 2 class and day 1 class separately. But there is a one method through which suppose client has just approached us and said that just don't execute this first test case. Okay, and we are executing directly. Okay, so that means we are just right clicking on it and we are running a TestNg test. So all the test cases are getting executed, but the client says that we don't need this execution for this test case. Okay, so how we can manage this? We are having one keyword just like enabled. Okay, enabled. So enabled is equal to false. So suppose we are using enabled is equal to false. So it will does that this test case will not execute. Okay, so it will make false. Okay, so enabling is equal to false. So we'll just execute it. So now what should be the output? Output should be the day 2 module 2 and day 2 module 3. Okay, so this test case should not execute. So just run as test test. Okay, yes, now you can see here only 2 test cases are executed. Okay, 2 executed and one is skipped. Okay, means because we have make enabled is equal to false. Now we'll try with true. Most of the time we are not using the true because there is no meaning basically of the true using, because if you're not using this enabled, then also it is going to execute. Okay, but only we are using it for making it false. Okay, that means for the for not execution of the particular test case. Yes. So now all the test cases are executed. Understood?